Hi everyone, this is Dr. Dale. We are live on Facebook and Natural Health Radio. So come and join me today. Send me notes, talk to me in little chat here, and ask me any questions that you like. We had some questions last week that I didn't get to that I'd like to go over today. You are listening to Natural Health Radio, Dr. Teresa Dale, and we are also simultaneously on Facebook Live. And what the good thing is whenever you see a show and you like it, you just share it. You share the show so other people can get help. This is all about helping humanity. It's about your health freedom. And your health freedom is at stake right now. It really is. Okay? And the reason is because, when we go to a health provider, we hope that they're going to be educating us, and usually that is not the case. We are given a prescription. Your information is plugged into an iPad or a computer, and it spits out what drug to give you. Okay, that is not empowerment. That is not education. You want education, and you expect it and should expect it from a health provider that you're seeing. Okay? You want education about what the diagnosis is, where it comes from, the cause of the diagnosis. You want to know the cause of the health problem you're having, right? So if you're not getting that, if you're just getting a prescription, you definitely want to look elsewhere to get that, because you go to a health provider, you want to know what you have and why. Okay? The why part is oftentimes the hardest to get because it's not they're not thorough enough, you know? The why part could be maybe it's emotional. You can go to a therapist, which is not an answer, by the way, which is not a very competent answer. The why part could be, you have stress. It's the holidays. You have your blood sugar is off. Okay, that there's no causative communication or reality there. You always, when you go to a health provider, you want to know, why do I have this? What is the cause or causes of this issue? And how do I fix it? Okay, how do I fix it? So we need to look at that very carefully. And today we're going to do that. We're going to take a look at causes of disease, and how we go about erasing the cause, eliminating the cause, so that we don't have it anymore. We don't have the issue anymore. Now, this may seem a little strange, like strange talk to you, but people have been healing themselves and curing themselves forever. Okay? And it's just that now people have the internet, which makes it even easier for them to do so. And since the creation and the invention of homeopathy, people have been healing themselves of so many different things just using homeopathic medicine. And that's what they do in other countries. They're really smart, and their government-run healthcare includes homeopathy and natural medicine in hospitals in France, Germany, Switzerland, England, 115 homeopathic hospitals in India. It's all over. And yet you are not educated in that because your doctor is not educating you. If you want education in that, you need to become a member of our wellness center. It's only $20 a month. You have your own login. You have a dashboard. You have protocols. You have vaccination opt-out forms. You have audios, videos in every way, including protocols to educate yourself about any health condition. So education is the thing that people are not getting, and that is why they are suffering, because they are confused. They don't know why they have the problem. Oftentimes doctors are saying, oh, it's genetic. Genetic issues are handled with epigenetics. Epigenetics means that your emotions, your belief systems, your environment, your inner environment, and your outer environment control your genes, not your genetics. That, my friends, is a fact. And so what you need to do is forget the genetic thing and learn more about epigenetics and changing your environment, changing your inner environment, detoxifying your body. We can help you with that. And understanding that from a positive, healthy perspective, truth works. The biggest truth that you need to embrace is that conditions are curable, naturally curable with natural medicine. Now, you just need to go beyond where your doctor did and not get the education. And so that's why I'm suggesting you take a look at the Wellness Center Wellness Optimization Club. It's a health freedom private association, whereas you have a dashboard, your own login, and you have audios, videos, and actual protocols for healing. And also vaccine opt-out forms for every state in the country. You get that in your members area. We want to understand here that we have so many choices, yet when we go to a doctor, oftentimes what I'm told is that they've given me only one choice, okay? One choice is not a choice. That's no choice. Having two or more options are choices, okay? So a good choice might be to find a new doctor's. Hi, I love you too. I can see little hearts falling across my screen. And I love you too, and I wish you a wonderful holiday. You need choices. When I have, any issues myself, I handle it myself. If I have, I fell about a year ago and I twisted my body and hit my head pretty darn hard. And I needed to go to someone to help me. I tried many different things, many different methods. And the thing that worked for me is 100% to get my back 100% where it needs to go. And to be able to sleep at night and have energy because I didn't have any more pain. I did Rolfing, R-O-L-F-I-N-G, developed by Ida Rolf, a German MD. There's a school in Boulder, Colorado, the Rolfing School. So I went to an advanced practitioner who's been doing it for like 14 years. Doing Rolfing, you have to go to somebody who's been doing it for a long time because then they've seen so many different people and they get an opportunity to work on difficult things. And my thing was difficult. However, in 3 sessions, 1, 2, 3, got it back, got it handled. Okay, so that is amazing. But you need the right person to do that with for structural issues. So structural issues, I've always recommended an advanced Rolfer, okay? Osteopathic medicine is also extremely helpful. I love that. And I've been helped by a local osteopath as well. The Rolfing seems to be what my body needs because it works with the fascia and the muscles. And there's just no doubt of what it does. You're feeling pain or out of it when you walk in to the Rolfer, and when you leave, you feel 100% better. So, and it'll last. So I'm just making suggestions, okay? My suggestion would be Rolfing over chiropractic, or maybe even osteopathic, depending upon what kind of cranial work they do. But I want to tell you that sleep is so very important, right? If you don't need medication to sleep. I haven't had an aspirin in 35 years. I don't take meds of any kind. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here on the show and so passionate about helping you. Is because I know that whatever comes up, you do not need meds. If you want to sleep, here's some options. Insomnia. You have neurotransmitters that are out of balance. That's why you have insomnia. Your serotonin levels are out of balance. That's why you have insomnia. If you're on any medications, that can cause insomnia. Pain can cause insomnia. How do you go to sleep when you're in pain? Okay, we're going to handle this. This is a good one, isn't it? All right, make a note now. Anyone who has physical pain will find relief using two products that I make. One is called Raw Nattokinase, Nattokinase, Kinasc, Raw Nattokinase. This is made from a Japanese food that tastes god-awful, but I'll tell you, the enzymes from this food will help dissolve inflammation in your body anywhere, will also help reduce and keep the blood thin, so it helps with blood clots. It's known to do this. This is why people take it. It handles inflammation. Handling inflammation it handles the pain. It also will handle blood clots, but if you don't have blood clots, great. You just take it for the pain. The other thing that works really good is the biofilm detox. The biofilm detox mixed with the raw nattokinase will have phenomenal effects on the body. And in your education, which I'm giving you now, the enzymes that are in these two products actually can cause shrinking and a reducing of tumors, fibroids, and cysts, as well as handling joint pain. Okay? Now, I'm not saying personally this is going to cure you. This is a full disclaimer now. I'm not diagnosing, I'm not treating you, I'm educating you. Okay? So pain is not a problem with those two things. Okay? Raw nattokinase and biofilm detox. For sleeping, if you have a general problem where this has been going on for a long time, you want to get GABA. It's an amino acid, and it's you can find it in a little wafer that you can chew on for fast absorption, and it has stevia in it, which is okay. You can find that in the health food store. So a little tablet has no magnesium stearate or anything, and it's a disc, and you chew it, and you chew a couple of those before bed, and it helps the body and help serotonin production. The other thing that will greatly help you if you add this to the GABA would be the CBD. CBD, which is cannabidiols. Now, you know, your body has an endocannabinoid system. And when I see a client, I test that endocannabinoid system in the office non-invasively to find out if the reason they're having neurological issues, sleep issues, ADD, ADHD, whatever they have that's neurological or sleep related, if that is because the endocannabinoid system is out of balance, right? So that's what we need to do, is we need to find the cause of the problem. Now, if you don't know why you're not sleeping, you can count on it being stress, medication, which is a stressor to your body. It may be doing some things that your doctor says you need, but you might want to investigate options, choices. Okay. So CBD is very good to help replace and renew the endocannabinoid system. You don't need to take it very long, but maybe one bottle of it would help that dramatically, and it can help you sleep, providing you don't drink caffeine during the day. Now, if you're having a problem with sleeping and you're drinking caffeine, then I don't know if you want to sleep. I mean, if you want to sleep, you have to do the things that will cause you to sleep. What will cause insomnia and for you not to sleep is drinking any caffeine during the day, any kind, green tea, any kind of caffeine. Okay? So sleeping is what the body needs. And in order to get sleep, you have to have a diet that has zero caffeine. And a lot of people don't know this, but there's caffeine in chocolate. There's caffeine in Cokes and Pepsis and all of that kind of stuff, which you shouldn't be drinking anyway. No human being should be drinking that. And nor you get it out of the hands of your children. But caffeine is in green tea. No, it's not okay to drink green tea if you're sleep deprived. You want to remove all caffeine, even kombucha mushroom. You see that in the store, fantastically healthy, except for one thing. It's made from black tea. Most of it is made from black tea. Most of it has caffeine in it. So when you take it and you feel really good and really up, it's because it has caffeine in it. But you can get, I believe they're starting to make some kombucha without caffeine. You might check that. Do not have kombucha if you're having any sleep issues, because it does have caffeine in it. And for example, I sleep really well now, and I have eliminated all caffeine whatsoever, and I have so much energy. And when I wake up in the morning, I don't have any dull headache or anything like that. I just wake up and I start my day and start to do my affirmations and all the other things that I do, my exercise and a little yoga, maybe some Pilates, and I get up early so that I can do those things because I got enough sleep. So if you have to go to bed early, that's okay. Caffeine's a killer. Don't use caffeine. There's substitutes. There's something called ginger tea. It's delicious. It helps you with your digestion, and it's called ginger tea. There is also a tea that is from rooibos tea. It's a red tea, a red bush tea. It's no caffeine. It's red. It's delicious. You can get all kinds of like hibiscus teas and things that are pleasant and fruity if you like that. I would not drink a tea that said it's decaffeinated, because then it's decaffeinated with nickel and heavy metals. Or it could be water processed decaffeinated, but it still has some caffeine in it. So if you want to sleep, don't have caffeine, okay? Handle your serotonin levels. And one of the things that helps that is taking GABA. Rather than the capsules, I prefer the lozenge because it has quicker release into the system, okay? And then just get a zero THC CBD oil that is organic and with MCT oil. In other words, the CBD has no preservatives in it or coloring in it, and you want to get it with MCT oil. Organic MCT oil should be organic CBD with organic MCT oil, which absorbs much quicker than olive oil, and it will affect your neurological system and help you to sleep, okay, and help you to calm down and rest and relax. So in order to have that, the sleep from CBD, It depends how sensitive you are. Some experts in CBD say that you need to have 50 milligrams of CBD in order to get you asleep. So that means you need to get a bottle of CBD that's extremely high potency. Okay, like 1,500 milligrams or 2,000 milligrams, and it needs to be organic. Otherwise, you're taking toxic food. I think one of the most important things is making sure, and this may seem like a really silly thing, but it really helps me. Your bed, your bed should be very comfortable, and it should be you should have a lot of comfortable sheets and pillows. Make sure your pillow is right for your neck. Make sure you have a body pillow if you need it. So make yourself comfortable in bed, and then focus. If your mind keeps going at night, the GABA will help slow that down at night when you take that. And the CBD, both of those together, will do a good job at slowing your mind down. You may want to do a little meditation while you're in bed. You may want to focus on a light in your third eye. And then as you do that, you may feel it go down the body, and you may feel like your breathing getting more shallow. And then you'll find yourself in a little meditation, and then you'll just drift off. Okay. That's one of the things that I do. But we need to know that your choices are important. Your doctor, if they're not giving you choices, get a new one. Get a new doctor. You need choices. That's more than one thing. So that means they need to know more than one thing. Okay? So good luck on that. And we need to understand that yoga is powerful. Homeopathy is powerful. Acupuncture, powerful. Rolfing, powerful. Depending upon who's doing all of these things. Okay, whoever's doing this will make it work or not work. So you have to get a person experienced in anything you do. They have to been doing it for years and years and years and years, and worked with thousands and thousands of people, so that you have an opportunity to see what different people, what their conditions are, and what happens if you do this with them or that with them, or, I mean, it's really fantastic the way people respond. I want to give you a little case study. Okay, a little case study. So I was seeing a client. I saw her once last year, and we made a plan for her to do everything she needed to do in order to fix her hip. And she had an accident, hurt her hip bad, where she was limping for years. And so I saw her once, 2 hours, and we did some emotional work, and we put her on a path of doing what she needed to do in order to fix her issue, which incorporated some dental work. And then I just saw her for the second time this week. She was so much better. She had her dental thing handled. She had an implant, and after she had it out, she felt an immediate, like a difference in her hip and her walking. And what I did with her the second time, she was ready to release and have permanently released the memory of the accident that created the hip problem that was stuck in her hip. And so we did a process, and we released the memory of that, so that she could get up from the table and walk and immediately feel better and immediately have more control. Okay, so now is the time when she needs a little bit of Rolfing. Okay, we did everything we can to release all the toxins, detox, tooth, everything that was going on related to her hip, and and all of the emotions related to that. So every disease has emotional components to it, right? And if you had an accident, the traumatic memory of that accident is stuck in your body, in whatever part of your body is affected. So that has to be released. Okay. And we do that with a process in my office to release the memory of the accident. And so this is very effective, works really good, and I'm just so thrilled and happy when I see people empowered and making good choices for themselves, and and all these things we're mentioning is part of it. If you've had an accident, you must release the cellular memory of the accident that affected you. You do that by, it's a process, and you can make an appointment with me if you choose, but it has to be in person, okay? And then we can test and see where it is in your body, and find out how long it's been there, if it's been there since the accident and when it got there, and then we just release it, okay? So it's not hard to do. No, doesn't hurt. Fun to do, actually, and you feel relief right away. We see that always, 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 always. So, and then at that point, you may want to see somebody, if it's a structural accident that affected your arms, legs, hips, head, whatever. If it's structural, then you would want to go from there after releasing the trauma, the memory, the cellular memory of the accident. Because if you don't release that cellular memory, then the pain and the limping and whatever it is can come back. You have to get rid of the cellular memory. Okay, so this is a very key point. So today, already, we have talked about caffeine, which is a no-no. We've talked about insomnia. We've talked about pain and how to deal with it. And we've talked about releasing the cellular memory of an accident, whether it was a car accident, it was a sports accident, a falling accident, any kind of an accident. If you want to get better from it, you have to release the cellular memory of it. That is always there. So we've talked about a few things. I want to take an opportunity right now to connect with you about the Wellness Center for Research and Education. If you'd like information about using hormone rejuvenation, which is totally natural and homeopathic, then you'll find information there. If you would like to look at the products I mentioned, raw nattokinase and biofilm detox, you can go to wellnesscenter.net, click on products, go to product description, and you'll see a lot of great little areas you can find out more about your health and look at all the products. You could also go to drdaleswellnessstore.com, drdaleswellnessstore.com, and you could search in that Shopify shopping cart, you could search for raw nattokinase, 2 words, and biofilm detox. It's the greatest way to help pain, okay? Because it it helps the pain so much that you can start, not having the same dosage every day. You might start at a higher dosage, nothing toxic can happen, and then you go next day to a lower dosage because you're feeling so much better. So you'll make progress with it. All right. But don't forget, your choice is usually the right choice. And to make choices, you need education so that you know all of the choices available to you today. Yes? All right. And so going to the Wellness Center will help you. You can become a member. And that is, go to wellnesscenter.net, click on members. Okay. And if you want to order something, go to wellnesscenter.net, click on order here, and you go to the shopping cart, drdaleswellnessstore.com. So we have it pretty organized and easy for you. And we are going to be having a special for New Year's. So you might check in on our shopping cart at that point. During the holidays coming up, over New Year's and Christmas, we're going to be having, during that week we're going to be having abbreviated, shorter hours. So, but that doesn't matter because all the information, education you need is online at drdaleswellnessstore.com, or you can go to wellnesscenter.net, click on order here, or go up to products and look at all the product descriptions. One of the things that's so very important today is healthcare. And I know there are so many people that are involved with Obamacare, and their process is going, their prices are going up. And we're looking for another avenue. Well, what I would vote for immediately, and you may not agree with me, but I would go vote for single payer health care. And I would insist that they include natural medicine like they do in all other countries. Because being that it's government run, it's expensive for the government if people stay in there for a long time, which is the opposite of the way they think now in the United States. The longer you stay in, the more money they make. In Europe, where they have single payer, they want you well and out, so they incorporate natural medicine and homeopathy. Just imagine going there and them asking you for your decision on your choice, because you have choices in other countries. They don't just do things unless it's an emergency. But if you go in for a health issue that's degenerative disease, they tell you the choices they have available. How amazing is that? So I vote for that. I vote for European healthcare in the United States single payer system, Medicare for all with natural medicine. This is what I vote for. And I don't want single payer medicine using all traditional medicine, because that will be horrific. What we need to have is a single payer Medicare for all, my opinion, okay, but that incorporates natural medicine. So I want you to remember that. And if you need to write letters to your senators or whoever, the president of the United States, you want single payer, but you want it with natural medicine, the option, okay? It's always good having options, isn't it? Especially us women. We like that, Daryl. We always like options, you know?
I do understand.
It's not going in for one pair of shoes. It's going in, trying on 50 and then choosing one pair of shoes, you see?
Or two.
Or two,
yeah.
or three.
Yeah,
two doesn't sound realistic.
Maybe 4.
Yeah, maybe 4. So I feel like we are making progress today. And the progress we're making is about your understanding and feeling that you have an opportunity to make new choices. So the new choices would be the kind of healthcare you want. And I don't want to say this in a negative way in any way, but sometimes people refer they refer a certain way because that's all they know. What I want you to do is when you have a health issue, you check on the internet and you look for all choices, all possible choices for healing blank disease, okay? And you'll see all these things come up. Read as much as you can. Then go to a homeopathic website. You can go to my website, which is homeopathic. I have about 100 homeopathic remedies that I've made for you for different things. But you can also go to a website that deals with classical homeopathic medicine, and that's called homeoint.org. So it's HOMEOINT.org. The INT stands for international. So it's Homeo International or INT.org. And you can put your symptoms there and play around with it and see what remedies come up. The best way to treat any condition for the best, most positive outcome is with homeopathy, because it also incorporates the spirit, the emotions, the mind. So homeopathy has as a part of it, in other words, one homeopathic remedy could work on multiple things, like arsenicum album or belladonna. You know, for example, belladonna, if you took belladonna plant, it'll kill you. But making it up homeopathically makes a very strong remedy for pain and infection. And it's a right-sided remedy. So belladonna handles things on the right side of your body. Your liver is on your right side. Your gallbladder is on your right side. Belladonna is great for pain and aggravated situations. You have a right ovary if you're a female. You have various ileocecal valve on the right side. You have a right lung. So you have a right ear. Okay, so for example, if you had an ear infection in your right ear, the only thing you ever want to do for that is take a belladonna 6C and a belladonna 30C potency, and you'll feel that sucker drain in minutes. I've tried it. I've done it. I've experienced this. This is what I do. So every homeopathic remedy has emotions that you need to look at for yourself as a part of what it does. Well, how do you know what these emotions are? Well, you could get a homeopathic materia medica, and that is by Borky makes, Dr. Borky has a homeopathic materia medica. That's spelled Boericke. So Borky materia medica. You would get that materia medica and look up all your symptoms. You will be shocked. They're all in there, all of them. And you see that one remedy could have many of your symptoms. That's the remedy you're looking for, is which one remedy compiles and incorporates the cure for all of your symptoms. You want to get as close to that as you can. Now, that is what homeopathic doctors who do only classical homeopathic medicine try to do. They attempt to do the one remedy that's going to be handle the whole thing. However, it could, if you do it that way, and if it's not an ear infection that you can feel drain in moments, if it's something else, it could take a long time to work. That's why I formulate combination remedies. So there's more than one remedy in there in the formula, and when you take it, your body picks out what it needs and it doesn't use the rest of it. So your body picks out what it needs and the rest of it doesn't work because you don't need it. So what works is what you need in the formula. So this is a broad spectrum way of fixing health issues using homeopathy and having quick results. Okay? But for a right-sided ear infection, even if it's a mastoid process, you want belladonna 6X. 4C would actually be the best potency, harder to get, 4C potency, but 6C will help tremendously taken with 30C. Those two potencies are easier to get. Belladonna in a homeopathic form. Phenomenal for everything. If you had a right-sided headache, ear infection, right-sided toothache, right eye, anything down the right side. And there are remedies for the left side of the body, and you'll learn that if you pick up a homeopathic materia medica. Dr. Borky, Boericke. All right, we're getting to the end of the show now. We've got about 11 minutes left, and I can see all of you here. If you have any questions, you can. I'll hope to see it here, and then I can answer your question. But from last week, we've covered most of the comments and questions that you had today. And there's something new that I'd like to bring up for you, to you, and that is dealing with neurology. Okay. So many children today have autism. It can be looked at almost epidemic proportions. And we want to look at why. Well, many people think and feel that vaccines and the mercury in vaccines could be a cause. And in order for you to learn more about that, I want you to go to toxicteeth.org. Toxic Teeth, Teeth, toxicteeth.org. Learn more about mercury in vaccines and in your teeth. Okay? So, this is a time of the flu shot, right? You don't need a flu shot. What you need is a homeopathic remedy to take that will work on a prophylactic basis. You don't need a flu shot. If you take vitamin C every day, you will really enhance your immune system. I have an excellent product as well to take every day. It's called Whole Body and Immune Pro. Makes a really strong immune system. Really awesome immune system. You could feel the difference when you take it. So, and it also is a blood cleanser, so it detoxifies your blood. So we have to understand there's so many things we can do. It's just about learning about them. And this is up to me during the show to try to get everything out that I can during this time to give you some options. Like, bet you didn't know that about belladonna. Okay. If you eat belladonna, it's poisonous, but making a homeopathic remedy out of it cures so many different things. And it's like that with every homeopathic remedy. You just need to learn more about it. We want to also say in this 8 minutes that we have left, one of the most important things going through the holidays is to keep your emotions and blood sugar and blood pressure balanced. Don't eat a lot of sugar. There's some no-nos. One is don't eat. It's a kind of sugar. It's not sugar in general. It's sugar. The worst, the white sugar, the brown sugar, the confectionery sugar, even agave is 85% fructose. You want to avoid sugar. But what you can have is amazing. You can make cupcakes and cookies with monk fruit. You can make great. It tastes just like sugar. All right, has no calories. Monk fruit. Also, you can use stevia, and one of my favorite sugars is coconut sugar. Very low glycemic. It's still sugar, but it's a little bit more, a little bit higher on the glycemic level scale than monk fruit. Monk fruit is lower, and it tastes just like sugar. Okay, so you can have these things that you want to eat, only make them yourself or have your significant other come into the kitchen with you. Have a baking party and make some cookies, make some cupcakes, make them all with good kind of sugar. This way you're not feeling like you're missing out on anything. Also, gluten-free is important. You can get gluten-free flour. You can get flour that you can have almond flour mixed with rice flour, coconut flour, other kinds of flours, even banana flour. And you can make cookies with it with carob chips because chocolate has caffeine. But carob is yummy. It melts. It kind of tastes like chocolate. It tastes good, not bad. But you've got your chocolate type chips in there. You can put bananas in there. You can put ginger in cookies and cupcakes. It's just delicious. So I would just empower you and encourage you to bake your own goods and to bake them with good sugars. And instead of dairy butter, go to the health food store and get a non-dairy butter that has the lowest saturated fat. You can use some coconut oil, very little. I generally use olive oil in my baking. I love it. And you can put a little rosemary in the cookies. I mean, you could make it any way you want to make it. But the point is, don't use bad oils. Don't use canola oil. Don't use organic canola oil. You want to use organic olive oil, a little bit of organic coconut oil, because coconut oil is so high in saturated fats that after the holidays, you could be going for a blood test and find out that your lipids are ultra high and wonder how they got there, and you've just eaten all this coconut oil, right? So in 5 minutes we have left, I want to share with you to check out our California College of Natural Medicine. And that is at www.traditionalnaturopathy.com. Traditionalnaturopathy.com. We have a brand spanking new website that is just beautiful, and you want to check it out. If you're interested in any of those courses, let me know. I have a company that is putting their entire staff through these the clinical nutrition training. If you work for a company that deals with natural foods, you want to have a clinical nutrition certification. Okay, and so check with me if you want to, take a look at that. But first, go to the website. Then, my dear friends, what you want to do is take a look at our membership. This will help protect you, empower you, educate you, make you realize the fantastic choices that you have today. You have choices, and we definitely want to increase your education, your knowledge, so that you know what you're feeling in your body. You can identify what your body's feeling like and what's doing it. Okay? For example, very quickly, when I had back pain, I knew it was my L5 because I studied structure, and you could do that too. Okay, you could study structure too, and you'll see all the vertebrae. Now, you'll get to see the chart, the tooth chart, which lists the vertebrae. So when a tooth is infected, or you have a root canal, or you have an implant, that you'll see the vertebrae, the organs and the glands connected to a tooth. You can find that under resources at wellnesscenter.net. Just go to resources and then click on charts, and you'll see that chart there. Everyone should have that tooth chart. It's from Germany. It's in English. It's about 100 years old. It is so accurate, 100% accurate. So you can download it free. It's yours. And I'm just so glad that you could tune in today. How awesome is that? Don't forget to email me if you have a question. Go onto our website. We have a contact form there. Just email us any question you have. Do it today. We'll get back with you. We'll do everything in our power to help you, I promise. Many blessings to you and to yours, and we will see you again next week. Bye-bye for now.